So because what I've painfully learned and discovered throughout my life, the truth and the fact, the reality of the situation that happens when you are a sensitive empath, highly sensitive person, especially when you are a woman, you are kind and nurturing and giving. You love to support people. You are empathetic and compassionate. You are genuine and real. So you can attract these immature and toxic people who have lots of inner child wounds, traumas, issues from their past, from their childhood, and they are projecting those issues onto you, like it's your job to fix them or heal them, take care of them for them, without them having to do any work. And this is a toxic and easily a trauma-bond situation, and you have already gone through this if you have had narcissistic parents or narcissistic life partners, exes, for example. You have already experienced it. You have had to go through a lot. And so why would you be putting up with more of that? So as an adult, it's finally your turn, your time to realize the pattern that, okay, these people are reaching out to me. They want to be in my life, in my energy center. They want to be around me because they want pieces out of me. They want what I have to provide. They want that. They need those things, but they are energy vampires because they're like sucking the life force right out of you, like sucking your blood, like real vampires do. So it's common sense that you cannot live like that. You cannot live that way. It's like the same as abusing a child or an animal, for example. Like you have a pet, you have a dog, and you are abusing that dog. So naturally it's not serving the dog, and it's not serving you either if you have the need to abuse and use and take advantage of somebody, or a living thing such as an animal. It's common sense that you don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand how twisted that is. And as I've learned, it is demonic. And we cannot be worshipping people. We should be only worshipping God. We should be only true to God and to ourselves. Being your authentic self, again, is the most empowering thing that you can ever do for yourself. It's the most liberating, freeing, and healing. Especially when you have been suppressed all your life, been put down, bullied, things like this, abused, manipulated into being someone else, into playing small, into being quiet. Maybe in your childhood people told you to be the good girl or the good boy, be quiet. Usually, especially when it comes to girls and women, we can be so silenced. And that is why it's no wonder that there are these good girls, nice girls, who don't speak up for themselves when they should. I had to. As chosen ones, Earth Angels, Starseeds, we have to learn how to speak up because we are God's warriors. We have no choice but to go through this painful process of transformation into our own authentic power. And that is, of course, the core of my work that I'm helping you with, if you are one of my soul people and you're serious about working with me. So this thought that I just needed to talk about right now is, when you are tired of accepting what you don't deserve, because again, those takers don't know any boundaries. Those bullies, trolls, narcissistic people, those psychopaths, they don't stop. It really requires strength from the victim or whoever it is that wants to put an end to it, to make it stop. From my personal experience, from my point of view, so many people don't do anything. I have been bullied and people have seen me being attacked in public, for example. And of course I was very bullied at school as well, and teachers did not do anything even if they saw. And so these are serious issues, and they can traumatize a highly sensitive child in this very profound way. Like, it happened to me that I became depressed. And so it is no joke ever to be playing with somebody's mental or physical, emotional, spiritual health. We all have the right to our peace, to health, to love, joy, to feel good, to feel safe. We all have our right to be safe in our own homes, in our own space, in our own lives, without somebody always trying to attack us and take from us and have access to us and our energy. So if somebody is trying to do that to you, then they are an energy vampire. They can be a narcissist, a psychopath, whatever. They are a manipulator. And I've been talking about this in my videos before. They have been really hurting me. I cannot even describe the feeling. It is just too much. And nobody deserves that. So as a trauma survivor, now you have to realize that enough is enough. I'm not accepting this anymore. I'm not accepting half-ass people. So either you are in or you are out. I'm not taking any back and forth anymore. There could have been, like in my life, in your life as well as a chosen one. I'm sure that there have been many people who have been like, either they abuse you, or they avoid you, or they are jealous of you, or they're just like this. They come and go. They are like in and out, back and forth. I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I want to see you. I don't want to see you. And if you have a business as a light worker, for example, that is your mission from God, with your gifts and your talents, your abilities, what your purpose is. So there can be many people who are just reaching out to you, just wanting your help for free. And personally, I am so fed up with this pattern. I would not do that to anyone. For me, I value a person's gifts and talents, and I see a person's worth. We all have our human worth, and so it is just not acceptable that you're trying to use and abuse and take advantage of somebody. The trauma is not an excuse. You still need to have manners. You still need to have respect. You still need to understand that you need to communicate, that you need to be respectful. So if it's anything that goes outside of those lines, then it is toxic. And emotional abuse is a crime. At least here in Finland now, from what I read from the news, the police has finally listed emotional abuse as a crime, even though I have known this for quite some time now, that it is. It is a serious matter. We're supposed to be having safety. And I am so fed up with this, having gone so much pain. Because these abusers and bullies and harassers wanted things out of me, and I had no idea when I was younger. Obviously, because I was programmed into tolerating that bullshit. So of course I did not understand anything what was going on. And like I've been saying many times in my posts and videos, it is not acceptable that a kind, sensitive person is exploited because they are too trusting, because they are so kind and nice and giving and trusting. I have been scammed out of money because of that. I was pressured. I have been pressured and spoken into a toxic relationship that I was not even interested in. I have been attacked by these manipulators online asking me to provide them things that I don't want to provide, that I can't provide. And I've been like, what is going on here? Why does this pattern happen all the time? And how can I stop it? And I've been praying, I've been talking to Father God and to my angels and just wanting to ground my energy. And, you know, I've had to be the responsible adult because these people have not been, including my narcissistic, toxic exes who completely destroyed my self-concept and self-esteem, and almost my full physical health as well, my mental health. So I've really had to fight a lot, and that is one of those reasons why I created my coaching program, so that I would be able to help, and written my book so that I would be able to help. Because obviously I cannot do charity work to every single person. This is my work, this is my life mission. I've been called to do this. And so us light workers have been called from all over the world. And of course, it's good if you have discovered that you are an earth angel, a starseed, a chosen one, an empath, highly sensitive person, and you've been discovering your gifts and how valuable your kindness is. The compassion and empathy within you, they are valuable gifts. So it's very good if you have been discovering those and you're not living in that negative mindset anymore. It's somehow wrong to be sensitive and highly sensitive. It's wrong to be you. Those are what your toxic parents have been teaching you, or the people around you who have been attacking you. And yes, these can be psychic attacks. We can be very attacked by these demonic entities. But we have to realize who is a taker and who is really serious. We cannot exhaust ourselves. I cannot exhaust myself anymore. I'm not, like, for example, if somebody follows me on Instagram and wants to book a session with me, I really have to look the person's energy. is this person really serious? I cannot be wasting any more of my precious time and energy and effort into people who ultimately do not do anything. I'm not anyone's mother here. So it's my responsibility as a professional coach and with my work, my divine work, to discern who is my person, who is my true soul client, and who is not. Of course, I appreciate everybody, yes, of course I do. But I cannot be Mother Teresa, I cannot be Jesus. I cannot be anyone's savior. So people have to understand this boundary. Because it seems like so many have tried to come to me for one reason or another, thinking like I'm their best friend already, or like their mother or something to project their issues on. So it's really hard for me to focus on my work. It's really hard for me to, focus on my readings and, my posts, my videos, everything, my one-on-one sessions. Naturally, it's hard for me to do anything if I'm completely exhausted and hurt and sad and angry all the time, as I'm being so attacked. And so I've had to take precautions, and that is why I also want to tell you, if this resonates, you are a chosen one, you are an earth angel, you are a starseed, you are an empath, you are a highly sensitive person, because we usually attract those people who need a lot of healing. And we need to, that is why we need to learn to protect our own energy, our own homes, our own safe spaces, our hearts, for example. You cannot afford to open your heart and soul anymore to somebody who will just break it, who will break your heart. They don't care about you. They don't care about your soul. They want your soul. They want your life force out of you. They want your vitality. They want everything that you have to give. It's crazy, but that is the truth. It is just how it goes. And it has nothing to do with things like New Age. I'm not sure if I even believe in things like New Age. I mean, people can label things and call things whatever. That's not really my thing. And so it is just common sense. I did not know that I could communicate with the spirit world or angels. I have been called by them. I have been called by God to do so in a painful, painful, painful way. And I have had to cry and ask for help from Jesus. But I have felt his presence and his love, and I have mentioned this before. And the Holy Spirit has been really helping me. Jesus has been helping me so much. I swear I would not be here feeling so strong and empowered otherwise. I asked and I have prayed for help, and I did receive it. And it feels amazing. Especially because I have spent my entire life just feeling unloved, feeling neglected, feeling so isolated and alone and misunderstood all the time. People asking me questions, people not understanding me, people wanting to bully me, abuse me, manipulate me, brainwash me, take something from me. Nobody deserves to be used and abused. And of course, if I even think about it, I'm worried about this world. I always was, ever since childhood. But it is what it is. I mean, of course, I pray and, you know, send out love and light and healing into the world. But I cannot save everybody. But I really hope and pray and manifest that this video only reaches my soul people who understand what I'm talking about. As chosen ones, we do not have it easy. We do not have it easy. That is why we have to be our own cheerleaders even more and grow our faith. And not be ashamed of who we are, and not be ashamed of our gifts and talents and our sensitivity. Because, you know, it is what it is. We have to let ourselves be. Like Mel Robbins just wrote this book, Let Them. So I agree with that. We need to let people be. I have been saying that before. We have to let people be, and you know, people show you with their actions if they're serious or not. We're not supposed to be chasing after them, convincing them, explaining to them. If you do that, you're only making yourself a slave. You're only making yourself like you're less than. You're only sacrificing your time and energy and effort. You could do so much more with your time and energy and effort. Do something nice, you know, spend a nice lovely day, you know, enjoy your life, smile and be happy, instead of, you know, using it to over explain to somebody something to somebody when they are asking you repeated questions, for example, or they are not understanding you. You cannot force someone to understand you. If they don't understand you, it's a huge red flag. If you always need to explain, you notice yourself writing many messages to a person, explaining your boundaries to that person, it's a clear sign that there is a disconnect. There is something off with that person when they are making you act that way. They are not aligned with you. They are certainly not your person in any way. So we have to stop doing this because it's exhausting. So I do recommend that you set this rule for your life. Either you are serious, either you are in or you are out. The same with my clients. I'm not accepting any... I accidentally pressed something, so it got cut off. So I was saying that I'm not accepting any half-ass inquiries anymore. This is my work, and either you're serious or not. I've been marketing my book, for example, and my one-on-one sessions, and now also last night I recorded a video that explains clearly if you're interested in joining my coaching program, because it will really help and serve you if you feel that, you know, what I'm talking about resonates with you. So yeah, this is a boundary that we just have to set. I know I've been helping so many people throughout my life who never really deserved that, because it was not reciprocated, and that really hurt me. And so that we can really be our authentic selves and stop these kinds of patterns, we have to look in the mirror and ask ourselves, like, what can I do? What changes can I do about this? Because this is not serving me. Seriously, you're going to be spending all your time and energy always if you keep on giving people attention or things from you when they just want it for free. So you cannot live like that. You cannot have a business and live like that. You cannot lead your business like that. So you're not supposed to be ashamed of being kind. That's not a bad thing. It is just unfortunate that these people think that they can just do what they want. Like, for example, they are messaging you at night when you want to sleep. Or, you know, whatever the situation is. There can be so many situations, so many examples. But I'm sure that you understand. If you're one of my people, you understand what I mean. That there has to be protection, energetic protection around you, energetic boundaries. You have to set those healthy boundaries. And sometimes it means that you do not reply to somebody at all. You just ignore them or block them. Because they are just feeding on your energy, honestly. If they're not giving you anything. For example, a man, if he's really interested in a woman, he will show it. He will be consistent. He will be open and honest. He will show to the woman, I'm interested in you. The woman does not have to be like, oh, is he or is he not? If you have to, as a woman, if you have to wonder about it, if a man is interested or not, then he's not interested. and you know, anything else, if you're like wondering about it and want to stay in contact with him anyway to find out, then you're just draining yourself, because likely he's already talking to other women. So he's not really serious about you. So, you know, the same with relationships and friendships. Who is really authentic and not fake? So we have to pay attention to people's actions and energies and, you know, how they are treating us, because how they treat us is how their upbringing is. If they have issues and traumas, they don't treat us with healthy respect, normal respect. It is emotional abuse and it is not acceptable, and you should not be accepting that bullshit. If it's, you know, it's crossing the line, it's crossing the line. So healthy interactions are always serious. They are coming in with integrity, like with my clients, of course. They actually value what I do. They actually trust me, and they are happy that they have found me, and I don't need to be over-explaining and answering their repeated questions and messaging them 10 messages and not getting any bookings with them, for example. So these are huge differences. So we have to pay attention. As always, thank you for subscribing and supporting my work if you are one of my soul people, and if you need more help and support, do check out my self-help book on Amazon. Do purchase and implement it, because in it I'm providing you simple, easy tools to improve your life after narcissistic abuse, so that you can make sure that you will be more safe and, you know, moving on with your life and building your life and all those things which you deserve. So thank you for being active. Come also follow me on Instagram and threads. I would appreciate that, to have more my soul people there. You know, of course, share and like and comment under my videos and posts. And have a lovely day.